Here are the 5 core principles of Hey Shoo WOW, starting with remembering who you really are. Now, if I had to ask you who you really are, what kind of answer would you give me? I'd love you to leave a little note below whether what I believe who we really are is who you thought you really were as well. So first of all, I believe that you really are an infinite being. That is your spirit. That is your essence. That is who you have always been and who you always will be. There is this infinite you that has been here. And when we do our expansion meditation together, you will realize that that infinite you is everywhere. Your spirit can be anywhere at any time. And that is what I believe we are. Also, part of being that infinite being, that essence of you, is that you are light. You are light. You are part of the mind of God. You could call yourself a fragment of God, a piece of God. Each of us came down to earth as part of God's light. So we shine a part of his light on this earth. I hope that really lands with you, which means that as we are being the light, we are also God's love. And we have the capacity to be God's unconditional love, the Creator's unconditional love. I know this is sounding a bit woo-woo, but I invited you to be in my Hey Shoo WOW world. So this is what it is. Anybody who doesn't feel they belong here, if this doesn't land with you or doesn't feel like you, or it seems to go against any faith or religion you believe in, then now is the time to go. These are my beliefs, and this is what Hey Shoo WOW is about to me. So, are you still here? If you're still here, fantastic. I'm really excited to build this tribe, to build this movement, and let's get on to core principle number 2, which is you are not your thoughts or emotions. So often we identify so strongly with our current thought or emotions that we see that as our identity. And what I want to tell you is, even if you've had the same thoughts and emotions every day for the last year or the last 10 years, you are still not your thoughts and emotions. Thoughts and emotions come and go, and many of them are not even our own thoughts and emotions. They are things that we have taken from the collective unconscious or the collective conscious, from our parents, from our upbringing, from our teachers, from our friendship circle, from the people around us. And you are not any of those, because our thoughts come and go. And especially you are not what we tend to see as negative or unwanted thoughts. Those can be transformed and transmuted and changed, and I'm going to teach you techniques to help you get past those so that you can move into the thoughts and emotions you would like to be having and feeling. Isn't that exciting? Okay, core principle number 2. We just did number 2, guys. Core principle number 3 is as within, so without. Now, let me explain what I mean by this core principle. We tend to think that we are a series of happenings and circumstances that have come our way. And we particularly identify with the negative experiences that have happened in our lifetime that we believe made us who we are today. So we identify with what I would call our story, and what Byron Katie calls our story. If any of you have read the book Loving What Is, as within, so without, we tend to think that those circumstances, those happenings have shaped us, have made us who we are today. But actually, it's who we are, our very being, our very essence, that attracts and creates everything in our world. Now, I know that can sound confronting because now it sounds like I'm saying to you that you created all the bad things that happened in your life. And that doesn't feel good, right? And I would like you to feel good. So, what I want to say is that it's your thoughts and feelings about those things that happen to you in your life that perpetuate a certain way of being that you may have adopted. That's getting quite complicated and probably too complicated just in teaching a core principle. Okay, so let's get on to core principle number 4. So what I want to tell you right now is that I am an energy healer and transformation life coach. So let me just put in a medical disclaimer right now. I am not a psychologist. I am not a medical professional. And if you have some very deep, dark depression or something that's going on with you, please know that you need to still keep consulting your doctor or your psychiatrist or psychologist or counselor. I am not that. I'm a transformation life coach and energy healer. And this is core principle number 4. You are your own healer. I might call myself an energy healer, but I know what the principle is behind that. I cannot heal you any more than I can digest the lunch, breakfast, dinner, snack, whatever it is that you just ate. You digest your own lunch, breakfast, dinner, snack, and you are responsible for your own healing. You are your own healer. So when I came to the work of quantum touch many years ago, somewhere in the 90s, I discovered this principle that we are our own healers. I can help you get into a state where you will be more capable and more responsible for doing your own healing. I can help you get into a relaxing state where you will be able to do your own healing, but the job of the healing will still be up to you. So I hope that makes sense to you. I'm sure it does make perfect sense. And then the last principle is to let go and let God. Other than being a transformation life coach, I'm a law of attraction coach. And in the principles of law of attraction, there are a number of them that I will also teach you along the way. One of them is to let go. So you are going to get very clear on what you want, what you really, really desire the most in your life. And you are going to move towards having that, the love and the light and the joy and the beauty and all the abundance that you would like in your life. But there is a point where you let it all go and you leave it up to divine timing. You leave it to the creator, the universe, God, whatever you want to call that great benevolent being who created us, and know that it is in his hands. You might want to call that your divine self or your higher consciousness or the divine himself or herself, or however you want to put it. I don't care what religion you come from, what faith you come from. My background is in Christianity, so I will often say, God, I am Christian, but I believe in all forms of faith and spirituality. I believe there is one God, one creator, a universal God. And I know, again, that probably sounds very woo-woo, but that is Hey Shoo WOW. So if you are not up for this kind of spiritual conversation, feel free to leave now. This is not for you. This movement is for like-minded people who do believe in these universal principles of love, joy, peace, gratitude. Now, in my life, from as long as I can remember, probably from the time that I was 4 or 5 years old, what I always wanted to do was to fill the world with love. There was a song back in the 70s when I was younger, something about I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony, something like that. And there's been other songs along the way that have been about filling the world with love. And that is my mission on this planet. I would love us to expand our hearts, open our hearts, and expand our heart energy, our loving energy out into the world and create a world of love and joy and peace. And the more people who can join this movement and be in this love and sharing this love and light, the happier I will be, because I would love to spread that message of love, joy, hope, peace, all the good stuff, guys, all the good stuff, babies. Let's do this. So who's with me? Who likes the idea of Hey Shoo WOW? I would love to hear in the comments. I will see you in the next video, everybody. Bye for now.